these are just a checklist that normally we have for a pre-workshop phase, where you will understand what when you are going to start a workshop, where is the location, what are the persons that they will be coming. Sometimes the experts will also come for that workshop. So for them, you need to put the flight and hotel reservations. So again, you need to ensure that you're having the computer projector, you're having all the logistics. You should get the information with respect to the marketing, like the quality functional deployment, voice of customer. When you also need to arrange them the dinner or the lunch. It's also a part of logistics. Sometimes if the project is a multinational project where the experts from different countries will travel and they will come, they will attend the meeting. This is a normal template that normally company will use. Different company will use different template. This is an example of a whirlpool refrigeration equipment where they're taking the individual part number, individual part description, what is the process being used, what is the material being used, what is the cost, material cost, process cost, and what is the first process, second process cost, what is the third process cost. Individually also they can you can analyze it. This is an example of a Whirlpool company brand where the refrigeration is the product. You have different part of the refrigeration. You'll have the different costs involved for individual functions or individual parts. You can have the same information with respect to the supplier footprint. You can also select the information of the suppliers who are giving the parts to manufacture the refrigeration. You can also carry out this value methodology for reducing the or optimizing the process time or the life cycle or the distance study to improve the ergonomics. So this we have seen ABCD and ABCDEF. You can evaluate the ideas even based on this ABCD criteria. So as we have seen running change, digit change, and for new mental, what will happen? And we should also prioritize the ideas. So like this is a template that you can normally follow. Like whatever the ideas you can put here, it is A idea, B idea, or whatever the idea. And you can also have your own terminologies, and this will vary from company to company. And even you can put what will be the timing, project timing months here. And while you're evaluating the ideas, there is no restriction that you need to follow only the 5 criteria. Even you can go up to 10 criteria where you can compare, you can evaluate it using the pair, the comparison, and decision matrix. We have seen it. You're asking the T chart. So the T, we have the T chart. This is a T chart where it will include advantages of whatever the proposals we are proposing and what will be the cost involved, what is the cost savings. This is an example of a cold farm in cap and what will be the disadvantages, what will be the tooling cost, what will be the validation cost. So, so this will also help to prepare the business case to understand whether the business can be taken further for a value improvement or not. So this is the business case which normally we prepare.
Meaning of the T in T chart, sir?
Uh, Meaning of T in T chart. Normally, it's like the template that normally we follow. Maybe I'm not sure, sir. Maybe if you come across from your experience, also you can tell. Also, we also have the old days. They also have G chart and all, like G chart, T chart. Normally in Minitab, they normally use this type of terms.
So in statistics, we have that P chart, U chart, and all.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what is this T chart here. So why it is called T chart?
Normally this T chart indicates or it involves the details pertaining to the particular advantages or disadvantages, um, etc. So we also have the business case. Even we can call this T chart as a business case also. I don't know how the name came T, but some company they prepare this as a business case where it not only involves advantages, disadvantages, and cost, but also it will also involve what is the savings, and it will go for a micro level
Can
information
you
like
go back to the T chart page?
yeah,
No, the T chart with values.
yeah. So
Usually, the T chart, what we called as the rows and columns. It looks like T, like two rows and one row and with two columns like that. In
one
the
row,
row,
yeah. So one row,
in the row, yeah, in row we all mention the topics. I mean the descriptions. Then
okay,
we list out the content in the columns. So we
okay,
call it as T chart. This is generally we usually called as. I'm not
okay,
sure about the name here.
okay. So it's normally used for preparing the business case, and it will also help to prioritize the ideas. So here in business case, we present the name of the person who is going to present this to the top management. What is the name of the proposal or project? Is this coming under A category, B category, or A1, B1? What is the internal code of the company? You can use it. What is the current process of design or process? What is the new proposals that has been proposed? You can also tell what is this the particular program status is red, yellow, or green. With respect to technical, you need to give the rate, you need to give the status, time aspects you need to give. With respect to cost, you need to give, and also we also need to tell what is the target SOP, what is the revised SOP, what is the project start date, and what is the possibility of completion. You need to give the advantages, disadvantages, tooling costs. Even if you are covering the risk, also here is good. Even you can cover the risk and what are the actions that you are taking to cover the risk. That also needs to be taken here, and the individual cost and what is the current savings, what is the current cost and what is the new cost, how much savings you are going to have for individual part name and part number, and what is the annual volume, and then how much you are going to save it to as a gross total, and who is the supplier. Suppose if you have three suppliers, you have to put the details of three suppliers individually. Then this will help for the final decision matrix also. And again, is there any other miscellaneous savings? Like even the material savings will also help for energy consumption or energy reduction. Even that also you can put it here. Non-monetary benefit also you can put it here. And what will be the total yearly savings that also you need to cover here. So what is the overall investment that is required? And when you are going to start investment, when the customer is going to recover the particular money, when is the payback period? So you should also give the confidence level with respect to technical cost and timing. What on a confidence level, and what is the present validation status, whether it is started or not started. So this is a small example I will enlarge it and then it so.
Go to the development phase. Development phase, sir. Development.
Yes, sir. Uh, Development phase you want? Which one, sir?
Yeah. This is the same page.
Yeah.
Have we discussed this page?
No, just I will cover this, then I will go with that.
Okay.
So this is an example of a T chart or business case for a product. How we can improve the counterweight design. This is the internal code of a Whirlpool company. This is a company logo you can have here. So the person who is going to present is Don Berg. So currently there are 3 suppliers with varying process conditions, and each of the is having the 3 counterweights and having the 3 fasteners. This is the current design. And what is the new design? You use LG or the Frigidaire is their competitor. How they are going with fully or partially calculated counterweight design to reduce the time, the cost, and also the tooling costs, hot cost and tooling cost. So here they are presenting to the top management is this a green or yellow or red, and this is the target SOP. They have their own target, and this is the project start 2008, and they completed. Their target is to complete in 2009. And what is the advantages? Like it will also reduce the part cost, tooling cost, improve quality, and it will also optimize the weight. So the disadvantage is that it's a new design concept. Again, you need to go for a new tooling activities. Again, you need to test it. Validation testing or some other disadvantages. You also need to have some resource, some manpower, maybe one additional you are going to have it. Tooling cost you are going to invest this much, and then you are also going to additionally take the manpower for which you need to pay $60,000. This is the overall cost, and but up to it's not per month or per year. It is the overall cost for the complete duration of the project. From 2008 to 2009, I'm going to spend $60,000 for this particular resource person. So if you need to do some other test, you need to capture here, and again some it also will cost some additional cost you need to put here if in case. Again, you have to give the individual part number, what is the current, what is the new status. Current is normal front upper, and they go on with a new design for a particular thing, and how much is the cost saving also you can put here. This based on the volume you can see the cost, how much you can save it also you can understand. Annual savings you can get out of the complete thing. So you can also eliminate the disposal tooling where you are going to spend money of almost $3 lakh every year. You can eliminate this. The project confidence level is 80%, and again the payback period is 1 year 8 months. But all this you can present to your top management. And again, what are the actions that need to be taken? The plan of action or the next step is to carry out the FEA, carry out the design. So these are the things that they normally look into it. So, as you said, the BC or business case format is having all the details with respect to the technical, timing, and also cost. So here it will also propose the what is the current status and what is the proposed status with respect to the project or process. And again, we rate the technical timing cost with respect to green, yellow, or red. So again, we will also present the name of the presenters, who will be the team members, and we'll also put the start of the date and when the product will be getting started, advantages, disadvantages, tooling and validation costs. All this will be covered. And again, we also put the volumes, suppliers, in case any change, any cost is involved. We also list is there any other additional savings like packaging or labor, etc. We put we include the total savings, annual savings, investment, payback period. All this will be covered in the business case or the T chart. We indicate if in case any tooling is required, how much is the tooling cost, whether we can recover it from the customer or not. Whether the customer is going to buy them, give the tooling cost or not going to give the tooling cost. That also everything we need to understand all the risks, everything we need to put it. Even if you are putting the risk, do it also good. It's not that you are going to hide the risk and you are getting it approved from the top management. It's always good. Even you can foresee the risk and you can highlight the top management. It's not that top management always wants the good results. Even the top management also needs to look at the problem that needs to be resolved in due course of time. If the team members are not highlighting the problem to the top management, then top management may not know, and they may think that everything is going fine. And as a result, they will not take any action to resolve the problems. And it's always we should encourage the team members or the team leaders to highlight the problems that they are facing, that they need to highlight to the top management so that they will take the immediate action. This is an example of a business case. So again, we also go for a review called management review technique, and which is required for approval, where we also create some summary, which I will show in the next slide. So here, the business case can be summarized in a single page that I shown to you in the previous slide. So here, listing the business case with respect to the confidence level, payback, all these are very much essential, where you will cover everything in the business case. So this is the value engineering workshop summary of a Whirlpool company, uh, where they done the project in the year 2009. And the project name is Ultra Electric Free Standing Range. It's the code of the particular project. So they are ranking the ideas, whatever they generated, and whatever they brainstormed, whatever the ideas they are putting here, and this is the payback period where they will get the profit or the break even. So this is the percentage of confidence. You see, it is just an extension of the last business case, and how much they're going to save per annum, and what is the risk weight with respect to risk, how they're going to, how much is the savings. This is the estimated capex, and this is the item that this much savings are there that they for the particular items or particular ideas. So the total workshop potential savings out of this value engineering, the fridge refrigeration company Whirlpool, what they're having is they can able to achieve 6,000 it's like 6 crore 75 lakh they're going to save out of this value engineering workshop or the value engineering projects. And you can see how much is a huge potential that they can able to look into it. and they are saving the volume with respect to the per unit. They are saving almost 5.63, and again they also have a lot of huge volumes. Based on that, they can able to save this much money, and they also ensure that the business case year 9 year 10, these are different best business case are not additive. And only savings for business case year 10. This is a savings for a business case called year 10, which is giving the total, and this is also fine valid to implement this or whatever has been implemented. So we also need to develop the project time plan or timeline called in a different term called L2 time plan. Here, during the development phase, what we need to do is that we need to describe the individual task or the name of the person who will be doing the particular task. What will be the duration required for the individual task? When will be the start and when will be the finish date? It's like the start when the part will come. What will be the lead time for the part to come to the company? When the DVP will be completed? When the testing will be completed? When the T1 samples? When they can do the T2 samples? When the supplier will do the T3 samples? All the micro level time plannings are very much essential here in this step. This is the example of the project timeline for a business case. For each and every individual task name, the person who is doing the task, responsible person also you can put it here. What is the duration of the overall time and when they are going to start, when they are going to finish it. You can also put some different Microsoft project sheets, MSP project sheets also you can put. So similarly, you also need to develop the plan for your validation or testing. So you need to prepare even same MSP. You need to tell what is the test, what is the test specification, how many samples are required. You should also get a summary of the test procedure. You need to put testing report number. You need to test what type of tests you need to carry out, what type of range, what is the duration. So you need to cover all those things using the summary sheet like this: test description, test specification, how many samples are required, what is the summary of the test procedure, is there any failure, is there any test range, what is the comment, like you need to give all the details.